Kahalayim La Yahawba Shem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakakodash. What you see on the screen is the United Arab Emirates residents being eaten alive by surge of mosquitoes. So I'm on my lunch. I'm driving home, so I'm not gonna be able to search through the web. But those of you who watch my videos know that I've been doing a lot of shows on mosquitoes. We know that the female mosquito is the only one that bites and transmits. So the female mosquito is the only one that can be a vector. And vector is the organism that transmits disease to another animal. In this case, the word animal means to be animated, so it can transfer to humans. So this is all taking place because it's the end of the end of days. The end of days, and Yahushua is gonna crack them skies, the chariots, to bring us salvation, because we need it. We definitely need it. So there's this going on, and then the coronavirus. So this coupled with the coronavirus, it is a recipe for a pandemic, a disaster of pandemic proportions. A disaster. And you can read that article. All the information is on the screen. So let me give you a scenario. And I'll do another video on that one. So I was watching the RT News today in the morning before I got dressed and all that shit for work. And this coronavirus pandemic, because it affects all people, is a serious business right there. It's serious. Because in China, all these Moabites wear masks to prevent infection or to prevent them from getting sick. So this Moabite cab driver picks up a fare being a person getting in a cab, asking for a ride, therefore becoming a fare. So this guy says, yeah, take me to the hospital. So the dude says, which one? And then the driver says, which one? And then the guy replies, to the nearest one, in the nearest hospital. So without thinking about it, the guy tells him, close the door, I'm gonna take you. And then he starts coughing. And the cab driver asked this dude, why are you coughing? So I didn't watch the whole video, so the fare was, I don't know, backtracking and making excuses. So this motherfucker kicks him out of the fucking cab. Says, get the fuck out. I'm not taking you anywhere. So there's a bunch of discrimination going on because of this illness, this new virus. Rightfully so. And it's gonna turn into a worst case scenario because people still travel. There's no traveling bans. See, Trump wants to put up a wall to keep you out of this country, but he won't put a ban up in flight travel. You can't go to no motherfucking country. Shouldn't go anywhere anyways when there's shit like this going on. But there is no flight bans from coming out of China. This Chinese people still coming to the States. There's a few cases with a few deaths. And I'm gonna just offer you another similitude. So how bad can this thing get? Is what I'm asking you. How bad can this thing get? It can get to the point where an infected family with the coronavirus from Wuhan, because that's where the infection first originated, they decide that they want to go to California to the Disneyland park in Anaheim. So they get on the plane, they still wearing their fucking masks and shit, taking great precaution. But then they take off their masks to eat. Now some of these airlines are clean, but not all of them. They can't clean everything. So they take off their masks, they're eating, and now the dishes get dirty. If there's any dishes to dispose of, the people disposing of those dishes better have those fucking latex gloves on. And they better not touch themselves with the latex gloves. Because that's how this motherfucker spreads, but I'll talk about that later. So this family, they land in LA. And from LA to Disneyland, they touch all kinds of shit, and other people touch it, and they don't disinfect their hands. And then the worst thing these people could do, or let's say you go to Disneyland and you're right behind a motherfucker, and he's touching shit, and you touch the same shit you don't know. Of course Americans don't know, they're fucking stupid. So you don't know, and then you go ahead and sneeze and touch your face, touch your eyes, touch your ears, touch your orifices, openings in your face, and now you're feeling kind of ill. So you have the symptoms. You don't know that you have the disease yet because it hasn't been identified. You go to whether you have a man partner or a woman partner, whether you're a homosexual or not. This applies to everybody. You go and try to show some affection towards your partner, and now you contaminate the motherfucker. So now there's two people contaminated. That disease is going to spread because we all know 2 turns to 4, 4 turns to 16, 16 turns to 32, 32 turns to 64, and then 128, and then so on and so on. And then 256 becomes, man, see how fast this shit, and it's all within days. So you just got to understand that there's not enough precautions to prevent a pandemic being taken because it's supposed to happen. And even if you could take precautions, it's going to be a while before their precautions are available. Like they're saying that they don't have a vaccine and they're not going to have one ready until 6 months, assuming everything gets expedited, like all the tests and all that shit, human trials and all that bullshit. Assuming everything goes good and fast. So these mosquitoes have the potential to carry and spread, because that's what they do. They're vectors, a disease amongst all the United States and all the world possibly. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom. See you next time.